Thank you all for being here, and thank you to the ranking member for finally giving this committee the opportunity to fully discuss what the gutting of the Department of Education will mean for all American students and families. Now, since March, the department has lost thousands of employees who were fired, pushed out, or forced into retirement. And I asked the witnesses, the Trump administration believes that getting rid of the department is just getting rid of bureaucracy. How are students, families, and teachers feeling the impact of a gutted department 1 year in?
They're often facing more bureaucracy, definitely at the school level. But when it comes to students and families, what they're seeing with OCR is they were already dealing with an agency that wasn't equipped to fully handle all of the complaints that were coming in due to funding constraints and staffing constraints. And so there were long delays on having their complaints heard. Now those delays are doubled, tripled, or in many cases, they're hearing radio silence. And so there are a lot of students and families across the country who've experienced real discrimination in the classroom, who've had racial slurs hurled at them, who've experienced sexual assault on campuses, that have filed complaints with the Department of Education, and they've heard nothing, and they don't know where else to turn, and they don't know why it's happening. That they haven't been hearing.
To be clear, OCR stands for the Office of Civil Rights. You're saying that that office was already understaffed before there were massive cuts, and that when that is the office that students go to when they have been discriminated against, when they've been harassed for a variety of reasons, whether it's sexual harassment, whether it's being harassed based on their ethnicity or race or gender. And you're saying that there are now a huge caseload backlogs because the staffing has been cut so severely.
Yeah, absolutely. And some of these were cases midstream. And so there was actually reporting back in April, I believe, of an example of a case in the news where a family had their child had various disabilities that led to their school secluding that child from the classroom. And they had filed a complaint with OCR. OCR had managed to get a mediation on the calendar with the district to try to resolve these claims, and the attorney that set that up was fired, and nobody was able to then do the mediation, and that case sat for months and months, and we don't know where it's been or even if it's been reassigned. So even cases that were midstream in the process of resolution, these abrupt cuts and illegal reductions in force led to families totally in disarray when it came to real complaints and real harms to kids.
Wow. Well, that is such a terrible thing to think that students who've been discriminated against cannot depend on their government for a remedy.